Welcome to installing a flush, which Ekinex like to call surface, just to stitch everyone up, 20Venti switch. So if it's not a gyprock wall, so brick, render, Venetian, or etc., we're gonna have this wall box in the wall. Now the key thing that's different to all other switches is we need to make sure that this wall box is deeper in the wall than the wall finish. So we can either use this little box here. We need to get the wall, the finished wall flush or slightly in, but I think we use these new ones these days. So there's a little line on here. You got to make sure that that line is inside, just inside the finished wall. It doesn't matter if it goes deeper because we can always use longer screws. So once the wall's finished and it's all done, we're at fit off stage, we unscrew this, we take that out and we put this on. One. Okay, so when you are tightening these up, you want to make sure that these center lines are in line with the center of the screw hole in the box to make sure that your switch is nice and flush and level. All right, so that should be on the wall. The wall finish should be behind this lip, and this should just be sitting just outside the wall. So the next step is we've got to put this plate on, which this switch eventually clips into. So this just sits in here, and then we get 4 screws given to us in a packet, which we'll use, and they will go inside these little corners here and hold it on. All right, so now we're ready to install our switch bus coupler. So the cable will come out, you'll fit off the KNX plug that in. That will sit in here. So it's got 2 little screw holes at the top and the bottom. This is a 4-button switch, so you can see there's only 4 buttons. The 8 button will have these filled in. That sits in here, clips in, and then you'll get given these little screws. When you're tightening these screws up, you need to make sure that you go really soft, because if you do them too tight, it'll break these little bits of plastic. So you just got to do them just until you feel it go tight. Okay, switches in, our little buttons are here. So now we want to clip our button caps on. You'll see in the button caps, they have a little bit that actually pushes in and pushes the button. Clip. All right, the last step is to install our cover plate. So these little tabs just clip into these holes. Boom, you have yourself a 20Venti switch.
That's the finish.